Hi everyone, I'm Denise Levy. I'm an artist and designer. Welcome to my studio. Today I'm going to show you how to make these really fun bookmarks. They make a nice little gift, especially if you love to gift books, or if you're an avid reader yourself, you will love this project. So let's get into it.
Okay, here's a closer look at these 5 bookmarks that I'm going to show you how to put together today. So let's get into it here. We're going to start with the butterfly bookmark, um, and I'm going to first glue this light blue layer onto the orange layer, which will create the orange part of the little butterflies. So we will get that lined up. Make sure the bookmark, the holes at the top are lined and the sides, and wiping off a little excess glue there. And once that is all lined up, then I am going to go ahead and just get this onto the background layer there, that darker turquoise blue, and just try to get that as even on the sides as possible. And then I will start gluing the little butterflies in place. I had a couple of the smaller little openings that I just had to poke through a little bit. I always like to kind of dry fit stuff before I glue it down, just to make sure I'm doing it correctly. So I'm going to put just little dabs of glue all the way around. These butterflies are kind of delicate, but they cut beautifully out of cardstock. You could also do black vinyl if you preferred, but I had no problems with the butterflies, and I've cut these out multiple times. So I'm just going to continue gluing those down. I just love the way this looks. I think it's got a lot of impact for just such a simple little bookmark. So that one's done. I'm going to use ribbon on this, and I'm going to just put the ribbon through the hole. And you could, I have not tried this, but you could, especially like this particular bookmark, you could try to laminate just to make it a little bit more sturdy. I've not tried that. I think it's, you've got 3 layers of cardstock there, so it's pretty sturdy bookmark. But if you're worried about that, you could try that. So now I'm going to move on to the little pumpkin, and like the butterfly, that opening there will show through, give us that back layer of our pumpkin. And I'm just getting that lined up as best I can. And then I will get the little pumpkin pieces. This brown layer will go glue behind that smallest layer, which is also the top layer, and that creates the little stem. And having those 2 layers also gives the pumpkin just a little bit more dimension. And then this center orange layer will just fit right in there in the middle. You just get that centered in there and glue that down, and then that small layer will go right on top of that layer. And I think this is pretty sweet. Again, very simple design, but I think it's got just sweet, nice, high impact at the same time. And once you have that where you want it, this time I'm going to grab some baker's twine, which I love using. I've got tons of baker's twine. Just going to measure out how much I need there. And I think I picked yellow for this. So I will do the same thing as with the butterflies, and I will push this through the hole. The butterfly bookmark and the pumpkin bookmark will be available separately as separate files. And then these fall bookmarks will come in a set of 3. And these will be available on my Etsy shop, DeniseLevyStudio.com, as well as the Silhouette Design Store. So I'm just taking this negative layer of the leaves and putting it over that green layer, and then voila, the green leaves appear. And once I have that where I want it, I will glue that to the base. Like I said, these are pretty simple, but I love the way they look. It's kind of a modern look, and sometimes that's kind of nice. Like I said in my intro, I think that these would make a great gift. I do a lot of handmade markets and bookmarks. I just was shocked. I started selling bookmarks, I think, last year, and people love bookmarks. They sell like crazy. So these would just be great gifts, whether you're giving it with a book or not, just in a card. I think it would be a lovely gesture. So I'm trying to get that as lined up as best I can. And then I will glue this down. Now with these, bookmarks, as with any of my designs, you can very easily change up the colors. If you're not feeling it the way I designed it, you can change it. Now this one's a little different. I'm going to use the positive shape instead of the negative. So I'm going to glue that orange onto the green. And then you can see on the sides I've got those little bump outs, which I point out here. And that'll show you exactly where to glue this bigger leaf. And it is hanging off the edges. I like the look of that. And I think with the green background layer, that makes it, stronger. If it was just the yellow, it might easily bend, using it as a bookmark. But I think this way, it'll gives it a little bit more heft. So I'm just I guess I didn't like the way I had that lined up. And so then that one's done. And like I said, these 3 fall leaf bookmarks will come as a set. So you get all 3 of these bookmarks. And I'm just going to use some baker's twine on these and get those all ready to go, using just yellow and green baker's twine. You could use ribbon. You could just not put anything in the hole. If you wanted to just leave it the way it is, that would be fine too. And I've got one more here. I love the way these 3 kind of coordinate together. I think that's really, really lovely. Now I'm going to show you, since I mentioned I sell a lot of bookmarks, so I was making my tassels myself, and it got to be just too much. So I bought this on Amazon. If you find yourself making a lot of them, you can, very easily make your own tassel, which I think looks really nice. Or you can do like I did and just buy a whole bag of them in bulk, and it really gives it that bookmark feel. And I think that looks really nice with that. And I can't remember how much I paid for these, but as you can see, I mean, I've used them and I still have so many left. So I'm just showing you, how you can coordinate that. So you're going to be left with these positive pieces, and I don't like to waste. So I'm just showing you, these are just, cheap shipping tags that I use, and you could just use these positive pieces and glue them down, and you have some really sweet gift tags. So these little gift tags would just be great to use and use up those little pieces. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate any likes or subscribes here on my YouTube. Thank you for supporting my art. Have a great day.